And we are back. So, last we left off, the crew of the White Scale Band had found themselves in a bit of a precarious position, being the fact that they have apparently all been captured by the members of the Mar that have put them up in a nice hotel. There's been a lot of spa treatment, some decent meals served in the dungeon that is this this so luxurious spa where Razire has quite literally received a new set of skin. Trist has regrown several appendages, the majority of them, in fact. Rogar has been stretched to such a way that his body was bent and broken before it pulled back together. And Zune, also possibly half castorized at one point. But everything's back to normal at this point, while Velree was left to stew in silence. As the interests of the Mar were turned on the captives they received. Almost a blessing, as the very meeting that you crashed was the one they were meeting to talk out how they were going to deal with the White Scale Band and their shenanigans. Unfortunately for all of you, it appears that all of your worldly possessions that you had on your person were removed from your possession. And you have no idea where any of them are. With the exception of Zune, who saw his loot in the possession of a certain elderly grandmother hag-like figure. And Trist, who was told a number of his possessions were being sold off or utilized by Vern himself. However, despite the dire situation with all members being separated in different rooms, Velree got a special visit from a woman from her past. One Cassandra, a bride of sin, appears to be hoping to remove the competition before she enters the fold, attempting to slay Velree in her cell. Unfortunately, not going quite as well as she would have hoped, or at least it might have been had Velree not attempted to remove the choker on her throat, where she somewhat panicked after screaming out and evaporated in a cloud of blood mist and fled from the open cell door, where several guardsmen that were guarding Velree's cage entered in, completely dumbfounded and screaming at the realization that the cage was open and the beast was loose, as Velree, in a flash, massacred 3 guardsmen, took to the ceiling like you do, like that's normal behavior, and scuttled along the ceiling, almost like a horror movie, around the corner. At this time, Trist was visited by a more fiendish version of himself, who may have given him a bit of a death threat should he ever see him again, and got a message from a old companion, Kazan Thunderstrike, the infamous wizard that you beheaded, who told him to stay out of his way as he was reclaiming what was rightfully his. And that's what we're picking up with Velree, of all people. Velree, we've turned the corner away from your cell, if you want to pull up your map.
Yes.
As you approach the next corner, give me an investigation check, Velree.
I will. May I also ask, am I still wearing my cloak, though? Because you said I was, not touched as much as others, so...
You are not wearing your cloak. You were divested of all magical items.
Damn it! All magical
items. Yeah, all of them were taken from you, as well as any weapons. And I know that you hide your javelins in strange places. Those were also taken.
Oh, no.
Yes.
Okay. The braces are out.
Velree has hammer space.
Braces are gone. All
my
of
AC
it.
would have gone down. Okay.
Yeah, your AC would have gone down, yes. I will say Resire is the weakest he's ever felt.
Okay.
Resire feels fine. Look at this beautiful skin, not a blemish on him. Huh? It looks just as good as he ever
Investigation. I
did.
forgot. Okay.
Yes, investigation check.
Which would be at disadvantage.
Yes, right now you're at disadvantage.
14.
14's not bad. 14's not bad. The DC is a 12, Velree. That's a pretty good investigation check for you. As you're on the ceiling, kind of moving by, and as you look down towards the floor, you notice that there are pieces of the damp, like earthworked, tunnel-like sections of the floor. While this does look like at one point this was a relatively, while not frequently used, but at least upkept dungeon in the distant past. Since the castle itself has fallen into ruin, you're assuming you are in the same place. The upkeep of the dungeon down here has been abysmal. There's spots of earth that have kind of like pulled through, various mosses and fungus kind of growing throughout the tunnel here. And you see that there are several almost holes in the floor. And there are several stones down below that look like they are free of any debris or any growths of any kind. They look strange, to say the least. And as you're moving along the ceiling, you notice that there are also holes on the ceiling. And you stop and you kind of look at them, and then you look downwards, and you realize that this must be some kind of trap of some kind, involving some kind of pressure. More than likely, it does not account for someone walking on the ceiling. But you see that there are obvious traps, at least along the floor, that you easily bypass because you are walking on the ceiling. As Velree begins to scuttle around the side, which direction do you go, Velree? Because you turn the corner, you see a doorway to your left and a doorway slightly further down to your right. Actually, two doorways on your right at this point. And then at the very end of the hall, and this is all lit by torch sconces at various points. It's dimly lit, but lit enough. And at the very end of the hall, you see there is just almost like a cave-in has kind of happened from the floor above. And that's what all of that kind of debris, it's items that would have been in either stored down here or in the castle above, and that have kind of like smashed down through and collapsed and choked the way forward at the very end there.
Are the doors, they're all the way to the ceiling?
No, they are not. The doors are just like your door.
Okay.
Your door would have been like a standard 10-foot door.
Are they like see through it all, or like was there any way for me to like see around it?
You haven't gotten to them.
Well, okay.
Your door did not have any like peephole or anything like that. It was just a solid piece of wood that was set. It wasn't metal. It was wooden. That was just set into the hall there. Thick, sturdy.
Okay. I would probably not. I would go to the first door on the right.
You're gonna go to the right? Okay.
Yeah, like towards B, right?
Okay. So in that case, you make your way towards B. Since you are moving along the ceiling, you do manage to bypass yet another set of pressure traps on the floor.
Cool.
Go ahead and give me an athletics check, since you're not moving stealthily. So I want to see how quickly you make it around the corner.
Not so bad.
24, even at disadvantage. That's crazy. So Velree's, you're fast, real fast, as you begin to like scurry quickly, taking in some of the situation as you move. Not quite as thorough as Tristan Varel would be, but regardless, still pretty damn thorough. As you make the corner towards the B section, you see there are 2 guards standing down below you. You are not being stealthy, Velree. As you turn the corner, they see you.
Okay.
They look up. Ah! Go ahead and roll me initiative again, Velree. They're going to roll. They rolled horribly, which means they're probably dead men.
I rolled also horribly.
I rolled a 6.
I rolled 7.
And you rolled 7. So, Velree, you get to go first. You're no longer raging, Velree.
Right. Yeah. Do they look just like the
Yeah, they look like the standard guardsmen that you were coming across before. The standard kind of like Mar, low-level individuals.
If I don't rage right now, oh no, then I can't use my claws.
No, you cannot.
Damn it! And I don't have any weapons, so I have to rage too.
You did not pick up any weapons off the dead people you slew. You were in a rush.
Okay, well then I will rage.
Okay, we're raging. Let's fucking do it. Let's do it to it. All right. I'm assuming you're going to drop down on them and slaughter them.
20.
Yeah, that's definitely going to do it. Go ahead and roll. Well, you know what? What's the point? Roll damage for that one.
Let's see. 4 plus 5 is 9. So 18, right? Did I do that right?
No, it's 4 plus 8.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, so 12, 24. 24 points of damage, first one.
Oh, I got another thing for royal criticals. That's right. I do get brutal critical. It's like a 2 extra roll.
Oh, yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. Mm-hmm.
That.
Yeah, go ahead and roll. It's enough to slay the man in a single strike. That's more than damage than he has hit points. As Velree leaps down, I don't know if you like accordioning this guy or something. Just leap onto him, crushes him, slices right through him. However you want to do it. Go ahead and make your attack roll against the second individual that's standing there.
Oh, that doesn't count towards him. Any of that roll over?
No.
Fine.
I mean, 28's going to hit. Roll one more, because he'll probably take 2 hits. 20, yeah. The passive amount of damage you do is more the hit points than he has. So, yeah, you're good. Yeah. So, Velree, you slice your way through 2 guardsmen in an instant once again. The eyes go black, the claws extend as you leap from the ceiling, much like a horror movie, and just rip through 2 of these Mar individuals, just in shock. They're like, there! And then within an instant, sliced to ribbons as your bloody, somewhat panting, stretched skin against your taut muscles. As you end up at the corner, there at the bottom, towards the B, the room that's labeled B. You see a door similar to yours on the left. You rush towards it. As you get to it, the door opens towards you. You grab it, begin to pull. It appears to be locked.
How does the door feel sturdy, or does it feel like, I'm raging?
Yeah, you get the idea that these are sturdy doors, but I mean, you could attempt to pull it open. I will say, if you do not attempt to pull it open right now, your rage is going to end.
Right.
So it's up to you.
I'm going to at least give it one shot.
Okay. Give me a strength check. The door has a DC for this.
I roll this with me.
Well, you have advantage because you're raging, so it's just a straight roll.
Damn, so close.
14? Not quite enough, Velree.
But I've struck it, so I still keep my rage, right?
This is more of a pull, less a punch situation.
Okay.
You grab it and you, and it doesn't give.
Okay. These sweet men that I just murdered. Do they have? Do we get a noticeable key? Do they have a key?
You move over towards the men that you just ripped to pieces. You go to the one that you slayed the second. He's kind of like around the corner a little bit, and it's a bloodbath here in the hallway. As you begin to shift back to your normal form, begin to flip him over. First, you would see that they each have a sword, a short sword, on their person.
I should probably grab one of those.
Okay, you take one of the short swords. They also, you would find a dagger and a ring of keys, Velree.
Oh, there you go. Spicy. I will go try that key out, or see if I can figure out which key works.
He must have been eating tacos before you killed him. You kind of wipe the blood off your mouth. You move over to the door and start trying keys. Go ahead and roll me a d10, please.
Okay. You don't think I would just naturally know?
No. You're not going to naturally know which key it is.
A 2?
2. Relatively quickly. The second key you try, Velree. So within pretty short order. The first one you get in the lock, nothing. You go to you pick out a second one next to it, put it in the lock, and opens easily. As you push the door in, you would find a unconscious dragonborn wearing a loincloth, tied down to a table with his spread eagle stretched out. There's no one else in the room. He's currently unconscious, however. But you do see Rogar amongst implements of torture all along the walls, blood spewed everywhere. He's at your mercy. Should you wish to do anything to him, that's up to you. But right now, you see him there.
Oh man, thoughts going through my mind right now.
Yep. There's some very well shaped torture implements nearby.
Oh,
I'm not gonna throw anything out there, but it is what it is.
That's sweet Rogar. I am taken aback, of course, seeing the almighty Rogar, son of Amu, strapped down to a table like this.
Oh man, it's true. It's true.
You know, if only he could see himself right now.
If only he could see himself right now. Exactly.
I take a little mental picture. But then there is, Velree has a little bit of a heart, even though Rogar likes to get onto her for the choices she makes.
How dare he?
How dare. Part of me is enjoying this, seeing him like this.
Exactly.
But I know he would save me, and I guess I should return the favor.
Okay.
So, well, I guess the key, is he like locked up like with a keyhole, or is it like
he is? Well, no, he has meat hooks dug into his wrists.
Oh, I missed that.
So he's not actually shackled. He is like restrained that way.
Oh no.
Also to his ankles.
Okay, I wonder if it's better to wake him up. I don't want him to hurt me when he wakes up. All right, Bucket. I'm gonna just pull.
Pull one out.
Pull his arm out first.
Okay. You go over to one of the arms. I'm assuming you're not a. Let's be honest. You're not a tender love and care person. I'm assuming you're going to grab him by the wrist and just rip it out.
I'm going to do it in a way that I think is the most. I mean, I'm not smart.
I imagine you're not trying to rip a hole through him, but you're trying to remove it. But you're not a medical professional, Velree. Let's be honest here.
Worse than it is, you know?
Exactly. Rogar, you wake up as you watch as all of your nightmares are coming true. You wake up, you go, and you see Velree standing over you. Like she rips one of the hooks free from your arm. You will take 6 points of slashing damage, Rogar. As a hook is ripped free, you but one arm is free.
Okay. Does it bleeding profusely? Do I need to find some leather or something?
It doesn't. It's not like you didn't open an artery, no. Okay, but good. I mean, there's a hole in his arm for sure.
So he's woken up. Is he screaming at me? Is he okay?
I mean, he is woke up screaming. I'm sure. Oh, not happy. Get me out of here!
Just want you to know, this wasn't me. I didn't do this.
You going for the other arm, or are you going for the legs? Yeah.
I gotta go for the other arm.
Go for the other arm. Rogar. Though this one's a little bit more beefy. You're going to take 12 points of slashing damage, Rogar, as she rips the hook out of you.
There's no way to just leave the hook in and cut off another piece, is there?
I mean, sure. There are cleavers. You could cut off one of his legs if you'd like.
No, I meant I didn't know how. Okay, never mind. I will take this again.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh.
You move to the legs, Rogar, and Rogar can help at this point. Rogar, you're going to take 15 points from one of the hooks from your legs, and an additional 10 points from the other leg. As you are bleeding, Rogar, just everywhere. There's holes in your body. You feel your muscles just feel so tense from all of the pushing and pulling over the past however long it's been. You've lost conscious several times. It's probably been a long time since you've ever been tortured, Rogar, and this was one to remember, if not the first time.
Thank you. Where are the others? Of course.
She has a piece of one of the people she killed.
Yeah.
Give me a minute.
Give me a second.
She's on him, like a piece of jerky, like raw jerky. Like ooh.
And I can tell he has no weapons on him, so I'm gonna tell him to pick up a weapon from that guy out there.
Mm-hmm. There's also plenty of implements of torture in the room.
He can grab a meat hook.
Are there any of those potions laying around of the rejuvenation type?
Give me an investigation check, Rogar, without advantage because you don't have any of your nifty items.
Can I help him?
I'll say this: if you want to help him, I will allow it. However, you will be taking time to canvass this room. It will not be a quick process.
So if I do it myself, that's quicker?
If you do it quick by yourself, it'll be quicker. It's up to you.
We'll try it by myself.
Okay.
Got to save our friends. Disadvantage roll. Natural 1, baby.
Natural 1. Rogar, you look around. You just see the implements of your torture, Rogar. You see a few of your talons that were pulled free laying nearby. Several just bones of what almost like a discarded chicken bones that were once your fingers and toes that have recently grown back. But, however, you do not find any of the lovely poultices that were applied to your person to allow you to survive such harrowing, torturing experiences.
I'm going to go over to the dead body guy and get whatever weapons he has on him.
Okay. You move out of the room. Now, I will say, there's plenty, like, when I say torture implements, there's butcher cleavers and things like that in this room that could be used as weapons, should you like to. But also,
Anything
if you
two-handed
are you looking
style?
for something big?
Yeah.
Let's see here. There's a exceptionally large, what looks to be a like a spiked club that
Okay.
could be used as a great club.
Okay. Okay. I'll take that.
Okay.
But I'll
Now,
take
like,
if one of the guys got a little short sword, I'm gonna take a little short sword too.
yeah, Velree only has one. There was another short sword out there if you'd like it.
Okay.
Was there another two-handed object that I? Oh,
Okay. Let's see here. There's a second spiked club if you would like to grab one, because I just rolled for it. They're oddly, they've got a lot of girth, but they're oddly shaped, like they, yeah.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah. Okay. Or you take the second club. All right. Rogar is once again only in his loincloth. A lesser man might feel a little exposed, but Rogar, it feels like returning to home.
All right. I will. Do you know where the others are?
No, you're the first person. I can't. I just got out. Literally, you're the first person. Be thankful, Rogar.
I didn't say thank you. Well, let's go.
Let's go. I say, I got to guide one real quick, bro. There's some little trapsies here and there.
Traps. Got it.
Would I understand how to tell him? Is he gonna be able to get around it?
You show him. Obviously, now I will say, like, these people walk by, so there are paths to get around the traps.
Right.
If you know they're there, and you can spot them, so you'll be able to bypass at least these two that you've spotted already.
We'll move on.
I was going to suggest going down the hall a little bit further towards room C.
Okay.
Is that your idea?
Huh?
Are you guys moving with stealth, or are you moving with quickness?
Have we heard more voice, or have I heard more voices like since?
You hear echoing calls. And matter of fact, after you find Rogar, you would hear movement relatively close by. They're not exactly sure where. Everything kind of echoes down here.
Right. I don't know. Rogar's not very good still.
Okay.
It's okay.
I just made on all rolls, but
So does she.
That's true. Yeah, let's go to C, and then we'll turn back around, and we got to go through D anyway. So.
Okay. Well, how are you feeling? Are you feeling stealthy, or are you feeling like we just run for it?
We'll stealth it. We'll give it a try.
Give me a stealth roll, both of you. I'll make some perception checks for my roving band.
Oh, fluid.
An 11 and an 18. The 11 was from Velree, I might add. The one who was like, Rogar sucks at stealthing.
You took away my cloak.
Rogar begins to... She's like, yeah, I know you suck at this, but we're going to try it anyway. And she immediately kicks a rock. As you begin to move slowly around the corner, Velree's somewhat in the lead, taking the lead on this one. As you do so, I rolled a natural 1 on their perception check. Behind you, to the left, coming in the direction of D, moving down to the hallway you are moving into, are several black shapes.
Oh.
Large shapes. They move quickly, very quietly, and they move in the direction of Velree's cell.
Keep on passing them by.
Yeah, you keep moving away from their direction. You go to make that next right. Velree, since you're up front, go ahead and give me an investigation check, Velree.
All right. I hate to scream. Not good.
Good. Okay. Velree, forgetting about the previous two hallways, you step around the corner. And you immediately step on a pressure plate. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
That's not a disadvantage, though, right?
No, saves are not. 13. DC's a 12. So, despite stepping on it, Velree, you, with very quick reflexes, Velree, you lunge backwards as you feel threat imminent. As you kind of like bump into Rogar, who's like, huh? As you watch as several large spikes. When I say several, I mean almost the hallway's width of spikes move upwards, as well as some move downwards from the ceiling, crossing each other like so, forming a wall of spikes that collapse onto each other and then pull apart as quickly as they did so. You get the idea that anything in that vicinity would have been skewered by many, many spikes.
Well, hopefully I don't forget that again.
You hop over it after the trap, and I will say it's not quiet. It's like a clink, and then it clinks apart again. It's quite loud as the two of you round the corner, moving towards room C. All right, let me pull that up. As you do so, you come to a door. There are no guards outside of this door.
I still got those keys.
You do have the arena keys.
Okay.
This door does appear to be locked. Are you going to try the ring of keys, Velree? Okay. Roll me a d10. And we will subtract 1. Okay.
1.
It can't go any lower than 1. So it's a 1. So you know what 2 of the keys are now. As you, on your first try, Velree, you slot in the key. The door unhinges and you pull it towards you. As you do so, you see a room that is relatively empty, with the exception of a hanging Tristan Varel from a meat hook, straight through his back. Several bloody tables with cleavers, knives. The whole works. It looks like there is a bowl full of bits of Tristan Varel that have been gnawed upon and eaten, glutted, as well as several jars of blood and organs that have been pickled and are on a shelf nearby.
I feel like I could have actually smelled his blood probably before we got there, having tasted it before, you know.
That is true. That is true. You probably definitely would have sensed that Tristan Varel was behind this door.
Mm-hmm.
But there he hangs.
Dragon's breath. And I'm gonna go.
Yeah, do I need to climb up to the ceiling, or can we reach him as is? Or?
You can reach him.
Okay.
I'm gonna lift him up a little bit, so the pressure's not on his back.
Yeah,
I'm gonna tell Velree to pull out the.
Yeah.
Pull out the hook. Trist, as you
Oh, wow.
you feel somewhat safe at first, Trist, as you see Rogar. He comes towards you. It's I got you, Trist. But then you see Velree. You see Velree rock past you.
Don't think about
towards
it.
your back, and you're like,
Look at me.
Don't worry. Look at me. Look at me. She comes up behind
I
you.
whispered to his ear, it's gonna be okay.
And you feel a pressure, Trist. Yeah. Huh? Trist, you're gonna take 12 points of slashing damage as a hook is forcibly removed from your body. Could have been much worse. And then there's a hole. It's a pretty significant hole, Trist.
Yes, now I'm bleeding.
Yeah, Trist is bleeding once again as he kind of like falls to the ground limp. I will note that Trist has a very interesting collar around his throat. Tristan Vrell also is naked.
Yes.
Sounds all right.
Just put that in perspective.
Yeah, never mind. Okay. Continue.
Does the collar look like it has a key?
Oh, I thought you were going to be asking about something else. Sorry. I went to a dark place. Curtains, drapes, just anyways.
Just asking about a regular old collar, you know.
Regular old collar. So
there's room right here, you know.
It's a good point. We'll save that for Zoom. As you look at the collar, there doesn't appear to be a keyhole.
Okay.
There are several glyphs along the collar, Rogar. You did enough work with Trist, and you've been doing quite a bit of studying in the past. And unlike what I promised you, your intelligence was not stripped from you like it should have been.
Thank you.
And I will allow you to make an Arcana check.
Oh boy. Disadvantage Arcana? Do it.
A 5.
I did it again, baby. Another natural one.
That's 1. Rogar, you're looking at it, you're like, damn. It looks magical for sure. You have no idea what it is, what it does. There doesn't appear to be. There is like a seam where it looks like it does break apart, but there doesn't appear to be like a lock, like a normal physical lock, at least.
Definitely magic. I'm sorry, Tristan. I don't know how to get this off. I don't think your spell book is around here.
I don't even know it's them. I'm in and out of consciousness. I'm in a dream right now.
If he's in a dream, I'll just like throw him over my shoulder, and I don't have time, Velree.
I agree. Yeah. Roll out.
Run out with naked Trist.
Yeah, Velree, do you want to take one of the pickled Trist jars? They're full of blood and all the good things.
Trist.
Would I be able to put it on me without
Sure.
Yeah, I'm taking.
Sneak one. Did you walk out?
As Rogar walks by with Trist, you
mason jar of Trist.
Save that for later.
Yes.
All right. As you leave the room, why don't the three of you make stealth checks for me? I'll roll low on my perception. Not terribly low, but low.
Ooh. 11.
Okay. 21 for Velree. Not bad.
I had a natural 20 the first one.
6.
A 6. 6 for Trist. Let me go ahead and add yours and average them. Just to make sure it... I think you guys... We'll see. Damn it, I did that wrong. Son of a bitch. Plus 6. Is that divided by 3? Okay. So you guys have a average stealth of 13. And I rolled an 11 for my perception test. You lucky sons of bitches. Okay. As the three of you tryst over Rogar's shoulder, turn the corner to move past the. Obviously, you're not going towards the choked, like fallen in entryway. You move back towards where you saw those figures moving. And as you turn the corner, you have just enough sense to pull back, missing the pressure plates. As you do, you watch as several of these black shapes move down the hallway. You get a little bit better look at them. Their heads are elongated, sleek, no eyes. They seem quite large, strange tendrils coming off their backs. The four that you see have almost like scythe-like arms. That their hands and their arms end in like these what do you call that? Praying like mantis like arms.
Mm-hmm.
You watch them move around the corner, scaling the sides of the walls, bypassing the traps towards Rogar's cell. And you use the time to slip past them. Just the three of you. You see the next doorway on your right appears to be just an empty, vacated space. If you'd like to investigate it, you can, or you can move to the next opening.
That's D.
Yes. So you see that space in between D and the spiral. That's you see like an empty hall there.
Oh, okay. Unless Trist sees something where we're gonna move on. Yeah.
Do you want to look, Trist?
I mean, it's passive. I mean,
it depends on how Rogar's carrying me too. You know.
I mean, your head's towards Rogar's ass. Let's be real.
Exactly. My tail.
Yep. Tail slaps.
I don't
in the
see
face
much
a couple
then.
times. Nope. Just. Move towards the D area, being as quiet as you can, slipping around the corridors. You hear the strange hissing noises of the hive.
Here.
You see the hall before you. It appears to be empty, flickering firelight. There is a door to your right, and it looks like the hallway moves and then moves down to the right as well.
Okay.
What are you doing?
Does D appear to be locked?
Do you try the door?
Yeah.
Okay. Rogar, I've got this one. You grab the handle and push the door in. As you do, you watch as there are tables kind of laid out, as well as several individuals. It looks like they were gambling, perhaps. You see strange coins laying on a table, as 5 figures turn back and look towards the door. Two of them, red-skinned, with chains wrapped thoroughly around their person up to their nose. 3 others that appear to be bugbears, similar to the ones you encountered in a hallway not too long ago. As they look back and they say, the chained ones don't speak, but one of the bugbears looks back and sees Rogar. You're like, wrong door. He says, they fucking got out. Vern's
close the door.
Pissed. As you close the door and you hear movement immediately.
All right, start running down the hall.
As Rogar and Velree start sprinting down the hall, the door behind you slams open. And that's where we're going to end tonight's episode of Emberfell Whispers from the Stars.
It's gonna leave me all skinned and naked.
I am.
Yes.
Razire, Zune.
Oh, that might be safer.
You might be safer for now. We'll see.
Oh my.
But you walked in on where the torturers hang out. So, there we go.
Torture back room.
You know, they're just taking a break.
Torture.
do a little break, letting the other guys deal with the other stuff happening out there until
just some Oni and some chain demons.
some chain
Take
devils.
a-
It'll be fun. Yeah.
Taking a smoke break and
Coffee,
Exactly.
having a coffee break, it's fine.
get a donut,
How about the Knicks?
Sharpening their
Exactly.
hooks on their chains,
Jeez, I
weather
can't
channels on the TV.
This damn skin was so tough this last
notice
time.
how hard it is to get a good drink of coffee through these chains? It's just so hard.
He's got me
Storm
pulling
going
on
over. Storm going over Port Derona. Really, really a hell of one now.
It's like I kind of hurt my shoulder pulling that fucking Dragonborn's back out the other day.
Workers' comp will cover that.
Exactly.
But screams like a little girl,
Now was a good enough time as any. We're getting close to the witching hour.
The witching hour.
We're gonna die. Okay.
We're all gonna die.
See how it goes. All right.
No, it's
so
gonna be fine.
let's go ahead and do favorite moments of the night. So everybody enjoyed it. Let's start off with the Son of Amon.
My favorite moment of the evening was probably the Velree Countess, whatever her name is. I'm not sure what her name is. Oh, Cassandra, that's what it was.
She doesn't have a last name, but it didn't matter. I didn't get told.
Their duel in the cage,
Cage match.
Yeah.
I like it. How about Zune? Favorite moments of the night, Zune?
I appreciated, but did not like how descriptive you were and how thought out your tortures were. Just because they made me uncomfortable, which again, that's why I appreciate it. But at the same time, it's like, oh God. I think my favorite moment was the cat fight that led to Velree's escape, and hopefully we'll all get out, but see what happens.
Indeed, we shall. We'll see what happens. It's not like you guys are severely exhausted and wandering around a dungeon. It's gonna be fine, guys. It's gonna be fine. Velree, favorite moments of the night.
It was all great. Yes, you know me. I'm pissed that she ran away again. 2 times now, just disappears in front of me. Little pussy ass bitch.
Oh!
I just can't. One of these days, her blood will be mine. And I'm glad I rescued Rogar first and got to see him the way I got to see him.
So vulnerable.
I know. All the things I wanted to do.
All the fan fiction, we'll write that later.
But anyway,
Yes.
I am curious. Could we have known? Could we have done anything to know that they were about to bust in on all these people playing, about to kill us?
Well, I mean, Rogar did just I opened the door. So you opened the door. I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you.
I know.
You can try to check doors and do things like that. But we opened the door. It happens. It happens to everybody. It happens to the best of us.
We're in a rush.
We're in a rush. You're in a rush. You're in time constraint. There might be creatures lurking out here, in addition to guards and torturers and other things. So
Good to know.
Good to know. Rosiah, favorite moments of the night?
Well, none of us died.
It's true.
And I got a whole new meat suit, so that's probably going to be good. Not a big fan of not having any of my stuff. I'm a weakling now. No strength bonus. I'm very, very tiny in the hands. But favorite, the battle, the Velree Royale, and just the mental image of Trist being repeatedly dismembered and remembered and dismembered again. So, that's all good. And the overly zealous descriptions you had for everything.
Oh, those were overly zealous. Last but not least, Tristan Varel.
I had a lot of visitors in Cell
did.
Block C. It was a happening
did.
place.
What
Everyone
was
would
a
come talk
happening
to me.
place?
But also Velree trying to pull a door open that required a push.
I know, it's true.
Couldn't get in.
Damn it.
I've been here before. Try to pull it open. Wasn't happening. Good moment there.
She got it though. She had pretty keys. It's fine. It's fine. If I had a favorite moment, it was possibly the look on Zune's face as I described Trist being eaten in pieces upon his wakefulness. It was fantastic. It was a great look. I'm not gonna lie. The shock and awe was so good. So good. Anyways,
I did think Devil Trist was gonna kiss regular Trist at one point.
I did think about it. I was like, would he? I don't know.
Yes.
Maybe not.
That's Rogar's fan fiction.
Rogar's fan fiction?
I mean,
you beautiful son of a bitch. Just lay one on him, you know? Damn.
Darby would probably make out with himself, so as Trist would too, I'm sure.
Exactly.
Possible.
He didn't say he wouldn't.
He didn't say he wouldn't. I will say, there's been some plot things jumped in this episode. Just throwing it out there for anybody who wants to review the footage or, take some notes on things said that may be important later. Who knows? Regardless, though, thank you guys out there for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the session. I know I did. But unfortunately, it has to come to an end. Do make sure to check out Velree and the lovable Dan Decker. I've got links to all their social media experiences down below in the description. And of course, leave comments. We'd love to read them. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the session, and we are looking forward to seeing you in the next one. Have a good day.